'Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. I like it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz, and we have the Challengers trailer. We're going to be talking about the trailer, our thoughts, and all of its Oscars potential. Another one of these trailer breakdowns. And we have a special guest. We got Mike Faist's cousin here,
Yep.
Jack Faist.
Exactly.
Here over from Oscar Film Forecast. You're going to be seeing a bit more of Jack coming up. We got some plans, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Let's talk about Challengers. So Luca Guadagnino coming back 2 years in a row now.
Right.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Yeah. So hitting us with Bones and all, and then now we got Challengers. Seems like a very different movie unless they start eating each other, which I would not be opposed to. But
They kind of are in the trailer.
Well, that's stretching the definition. Sure.
Yeah. Close.
Yeah. So no, this film seems great. It seems very much geared for us. We were talking before we started recording. It feels very much like a mid 2000s like fun type of like maybe a bit of like campy kind of like erotic drama type thing. And I don't know. I just like that we're getting those types of movies again.
Yeah, I mean they're always fun. I mean, look at the cast in the trailer. Like they all seem to have good chemistry with one another, and that's I think going to be at the center of this film. This sort of love triangle. I guess I don't really know the dynamics in it, but it'll be interesting to see unfold. I love a lot of the tennis stuff. The way that seems to be shot. It looks quite energetic.
Yeah.
It looks dynamic. It looks all of those things. So you know,
when the camera became the ball. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
exactly. I
cool.
thought, yeah, like those sorts of stuff was very good, and yeah, I'm excited to see some of these like sort of tennis sequences in the film. I'm sure they're good, and yeah, I agree. I just sort of like the vibe that they seem to be going for. It's not trying to sort of break the mold or anything like that. It's just trying to. Seems like it's going to deliver a fun. This is, as you say, erotic sort of thing that you know should be good. I trust Guadagnino. I love Bones and last year, called by name, one of my favorites. So you know,
absolutely.
He's one of my favorite directors, so I also have a lot of trust in it. The cast just looks. I mean, it's a great throuple. We don't get hot movies like this really anymore.
We don't get thruples.
We don't get thruples. We don't
like this anymore.
We don't get stuff like this.
Not like the good old days.
No, but there's not a lot of sexiness in films lately. It seems like people have been trying to take it out, and there seems to be a lot in this trailer. And it just looks like a lot of fun too. Like the music choice, the Rihanna song. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And like, listen, Zendaya looks great. Like she looks like she's owning this role. That one shot of her where she's just like leaning back and like I don't know, like she's like going full in on this. And like I'm just excited to see Zendaya do something that can like actually show her range. Like in film.
Euphoria.
No, it's in film. I guess that's why.
In a good project, yes.
Right. Yeah. Because like Euphoria, I think she's obviously incredible, right? But like we haven't really seen her be able to do something like this in film. I guess there's Malcolm and Marie, but like, are we really good? Like really? Like other than that, it's been like the Spider-Man movies and Greatest Showman. So like, I'm excited to see her like do something. And it just seems like she's going to be just walking over this entire film.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see more of Mike Faist as well. Like, even though West Side Story had some real stand-up performances, obviously Aaron DeBose one, Mike Faist really stood out for me. So, and I've not seen him in anything else. I don't believe I might have done, but you know, that's his sort of most notable role.
He mostly does theater. I think that was his big film breakout. But I think he should have won supporting actor that year. He was my favorite person. Hence the name.
I mean,
but
I mean, Josh O'Connor as well. Let's not forget. Like,
Josh
O'Connor looks really good. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just, I could just watch these three actors just like in a room for multiple hours. And like, I don't know. I'm just so excited to see all of them play off of each other. I think it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah. The power dynamic seems very interesting too, because it seems like Zendaya is playing tennis at first, and she's like really good at it. Then she gets injured, and she ends up with Mike Faist relationship wise. And it seems like Mike Faist is gonna then play against Josh O'Connor instead of her.
Yeah.
She'll have to sit in the crowd, so that'll all be very.
I mean, I don't know how much time we'll spend, because a lot of the trailer did focus on what seems like it's going to be in the past. Like I was a bit confused as to find out, but I assume.
I was tracking through her hair. it slowly
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
shorter. Yeah.
The sort of throuple stuff that we saw, that will happen very early on, and we will spend most of the time in the present. That's what I'm assuming. But either say, we like both time periods are very interesting. So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I would assume that they wouldn't show like, because that could be like a second act like turn in the film, like her getting injured, and I would assume they wouldn't show that in the trailer. So
No.
I
I hope
think we
by
can
the end of the
presume,
movie it's her playing, but I would
yeah,
hope that-
Potentially, I'm not
maybe
sure.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of that is the prologue of what we
Yeah.
saw, and
Yeah,
like
probably.
that'll be like a 10 to 15 minute prologue, and then we get into the real meat of it, which is
Which
like
is
them
also
playing each other and everything.
a great way of selling a film. Like you just say the
Yeah.
sort of pro stuff, get people excited. Like I'm excited already, and a lot of what we see
Yeah.
in the trailer probably is not much of what happens in the movie. I think this Barbie is sort of, especially the first set of trailers, were doing a similar thing where I don't think we'll actually spend that long in Barbie Land, and then we'll go to the real
Yeah.
world. But it's already sold people on the film, so you know this is just great piece of marketing. Great piece.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I don't know if anybody else has anything to say before we move on to awards, but I'm just astronomically excited for this.
I'm so excited. Yes,
One of my
this
most
has
anticipated,
overtaken
yeah.
Dune as probably my most anticipated
Dune.
movie for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Which
You just
yeah,
like, yeah, I don't.
I do. I like Zendaya. I like attractive people.
You like
Yeah,
attractive
so-
people. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You get 3 of them in this film, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, let's talk about awards, because how do we feel about this? It's a mid-September release. It's MGM. Do we think this is MGM's push, or do they go with something else like Flint Strong? We don't know how they're handling Saltburn, whether that's going to be more Amazon or more MGM.
Yeah.
Air is definitely Air is definitely Amazon.
Yeah.
But like, I'm really curious to see how they handle Salt, because if it's not Saltburn, it might be this. But what do we think about this film's awards potential?
I mean, yeah, I agree that it will probably be second into, like, I do think it will always trail to Saltburn. No, like they seem to be.
If
prioritizing
Saltburn is MGM, because we don't know
If
who's
Saltburn is
handling the
MGM,
like, we don't know who's
Yeah.
handling the campaign, because like MGM distributed Air into theaters, but it was always Amazon's film that they were campaigning. And I don't think we really know who
Yeah.
is actually handling Saltburn, and we could see a similar thing where it's actually Amazon campaigning. So if not,
Yeah.
it's Saltburn.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if this will be a picture thing anyway. To be honest, it just doesn't feel like that sort of thing. I mean, you mentioned the September release dates last year weren't that important, but September still, to me, just feels like almost a curse month. Like you're right before festivals, but you're
Yeah.
probably not going to festivals. So I don't know. But acting, potentially for someone like Zendaya, if you know, it can get slightly into the conversation. Screenplay is the thing I'm looking at most. So like, if it has a sort of tight screenplay, if it's got that sort of, you know, because a lot of sports films do have this sort of snappy way of, you know, speaking, and it's a dialogue that people in the academy sort of take to the screenplay category. So I could potentially see it showing up there as maybe a sort of loans thing, but yeah, not a massive chance like this one.
Yeah, I agree
I-
on screenplay being a play for it potentially. But who knows? I mean, we saw people like maybe Bones and All's a play, but like, granted, obviously that's a lot weirder and not necessarily as much the Academy's thing. So we'll see. But
Yeah, I think based on his recent fare, this is one of Luca's more mainstream films, I would say.
yeah,
So I think it's more likely to appeal to them.
I'd say
I do
since Call Me by Your Name.
sense that. Yeah, probably. I don't trust MGM. I don't think this will be their number one.
No.
I think they just lucked out with Women Talking. I don't think that was really because of them. So I don't know. I think the Academy prefers sport films that are probably more based on real people, and this seems more original.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe screenplay. I think if it's going to get a performance in, it would be Zendaya. She seems to have the most emotional.
I think she's
moment, at least
lead.
based
I
on
know
the
there's
trailer.
a question,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
think she's lead.
It seems to be
So-
centered around her. I think like probably dealing with the injury and all that. So I think she's the best performance shot. Outside of that, I don't know.
I think she could get Globe drama. I really
Yeah.
don't think that's a possibility, especially since they love big names. They love Zendaya there. And like, especially since actress, like once it gets spread out between drama and comedy, like I could definitely see her sliding in. I think it's looking at like maybe a SAG nom for her, I think is possible.
Maybe.
And then maybe like a WGA nom if people really do take to the screenplay.
It's
Yeah.
going to be the fall of Zendaya because she'll have a big role in Dune 2 as well. So she'll be fun to mind.
Yeah.
Gotta keep
I'm
sneaking.
just going to keep bringing it up. Yeah.
Yeah, because not enough people talk about June, do they? You know?
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Yeah, but no, I'm glad we're in agreement. I mean, you always have to bring it up with sports movies editing. I think that would
Yeah.
only happen if picture though. I think that only happens if picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
that
like-
tends to be the case with sports films. If they get a picture, they'll throw an editing on, because why not? But
Yeah.
this definitely doesn't feel like something that would be so good it got enough merit.
Like I think if it does get into picture, editing is like almost a sure thing.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because of
King
how
Richard
much
got editing. Yeah.
exactly. And was like maybe the number 2 to win. Let's be
It was
honest.
close. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like editing if picture, but if not, we're looking at like maybe Zendaya with some precursors, maybe screenplay.
Yeah, I'd agree.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts on the Challengers trailer. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And we'll be back with plenty more stuff. We just have our Emmy predictions. All of those that we did with Adriano. We have Oscar predictions, all of those types of things, and plenty more reviews. We'll be reviewing Asteroid City this weekend. And I think the Priscilla trailer comes out tomorrow. So I don't know if we'll do a video on that or like a short or something. But stay tuned for our thoughts on that, amongst other things. But Jack, anywhere you want to send people?
I have a YouTube channel. It's called Oscar Film Forecast. You can go check it out if you want to, or don't. Yeah.
Sure.
Nice. I'll leave all of Jack's YouTube, Twitter, Letterboxd, all the different types of things in the description. But until next time, thank you everybody so much for watching. Stay safe and goodbye. Cool.